iShop.black. One-stop shop for your online buying and selling needs. Buying online should be easy, convenient, and affordable. Selling online should be easy, convenient, and affordable. A platform that connects Israelites, so-called African American, buyers and sellers. Shop the latest gadgets, trendy fashion, and unique collectibles. iShop.black showcases products of verified sellers. Launch your business online today. With fast and easy setup, free video training, and free technical support. Alone we may go faster, but together, we go farther. IB Israel. Join us at iShop.black to start your free trial today. Contact us at info@iShop.black. www.iShop.black.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
At African Diaspora News Channel, we cover stories that don't receive mainstream attention, and we serve as the voice to the global Black community. We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media, connecting the African diaspora one story at a time.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank y'all for joining us on the stream today. It is good to be here. May the 30th. Almost done with May, ladies and gentlemen. Almost done with May. Definitely coming up on these summer months, and I know a lot of you are looking forward to that. Yeah, I was dealing with stuff in the yard today. You know how that goes. Getting all the weeds out and doing a weed and feed. Y'all know how it goes. But, you know, for not to take too much of your time, a few things. We have about 21 spots left on the Ethiopian trip. So make sure that you sign up for that if you are interested in going to Ethiopia with the group. There's 21 spots left. After the stream, we'll put the link in the pin in the comment section. If you'd like to do that, it's $199 to secure your spot. You pay payments on that March 31 through April 9, 2025. If you would like to advertise your business, if you'd like to advertise anything that you may have on our live stream, then you need to contact, you can send it to me, but you can contact Kellen at CobenPRFirm.com, and he'll get with you about, if you like to advertise before our streams, like you see people like iShop.black and things like that, right? So just want to make sure we offer that to anybody that would be interested in that. We do appreciate anyone that wants to advertise their products, services, anything like that here is greatly appreciated, because we don't get the big sponsors. We get just definitely people in the community, and we appreciate every last one of them that have done so. Aside from that, we're going to do this stream a little different tonight. I'm gonna give my take on it as usual, as I would do, and I'm gonna give an opportunity to give your opinion. If you would like to come up and have an opinion. Now, I don't know what it is sometime on my platform, because I've done that even with Twitter Space or X Space, and people don't want to say nothing. And I'm like, I say, well, it's rare if I try to give people opportunity to say something, right? Don't be scared. I'm not going to bite your head off. Only thing I ask, if you do come up, stay on topic. Don't divert, because the audience is here to hear the topic. They're not here to hear 1,000 things or questioning me about things outside of the topic. We need to stay on topic, on task. But if you're interested in that, let me know if you're interested in coming up, and we'll provide a link for you to come up. The only thing I ask is that just be presentable, when you're on camera or something like that. That's the only thing I ask. All right, so let's get to the devotion real quick. Let's knock that out, and let's go ahead on and talk about Trump. So, you know, we who we need to do on devotion today? Who do we need to do? Do we need to do Eric Mays, Super Mayor, or do y'all want to watch Renell Wade's blooper reel? What do y'all want to watch? Y'all let me know. Y'all tell me. I forgot to let y'all decide. Come on, class. This is my participation class. Well, okay. Well, no, this is a, when it comes to that, we always gonna do it. Okay, there you go. I didn't heard enough. All right, we got it.
I'm just telling you, I'm gonna let you talk.
Who you talking to? You gonna let? The voters let me. I got voted in. Who you talking to? You gonna let me? I got seconds left.
I want you to know.
Ain't she crazy? How many seconds? Why you? I'm counting your time. Miss Galloway, I'm gonna rule you out order. You keep talking so much.
Do I have the floor? Do I?
Yes, you do.
You have the floor.
Thank you very much.
What a fool.
We have got to help the city of Flint. We have got to move the city forward. We have got to vote yes on this. Thank you.
Ms. Herkenroder, you the reason that I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote, because you tried to put words in my mouth like I said you was a racist. You got to stop doing that. You've got to stop doing that.
Ms. Fields, please be very careful in that area. Please.
All I said, there was mediation and there
You
were
told
people in rooms.
details
That's
of who
not
in what
confidential.
room and how many.
But I am
what.
going to finish saying this.
Well, go ahead.
That's fine. Do you?
It shouldn't be fine. We got folks sitting in business,
I'm
and
the chairperson.
I wouldn't care if you was the chair, the sofa, the TV. Point of information, Madam Chair.
What's your point?
Are you going to sit and allow this man to talk all that tough talk, talking about what he ain't scared, won't, and you sit there and condone it? May I be?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the great Eric Mays. Okay, so today, as you know, if you have not, paid attention, and maybe you're living underneath the rock, if you don't know, today they brought down a verdict in Donald Trump's hush money trial. Now we know ever since, the raid on Mar-a-Lago, we know that all these cases came on Trump all at one time, actually after he announced that he was going to be running for president for this country once again. Anybody who's halfway got common sense will say the timing is very interesting for all these trials right before the election. All these years this man been out of office and no trials, and then right before the election, all these trials. Now, why would that happen? Well, just my opinion. It's my opinion. I believe Biden and the Democrats don't trust Biden to beat Trump this time because Biden has literally screwed up. If Biden could beat Trump, they wouldn't be going through all this. Anybody in their right mind can say, okay, this is lawfare at this point, okay? Whether you like Trump or not, that's not even the case. It's lawfare. So he had cases in New York. He got a case in Georgia with Fonnie Willis. He got the documents case in Florida. What's the other case he have? I think it's another one, or maybe I'm missing one. Okay, so Alvin Bragg in New York brought a case. Even the federal government said, we're not going to bring the case, even though it was some federal things, but they left that alone. Alvin Bragg ran on saying he's going to get Trump convicted. Fine. He brought up a case, 34 counts, hush money trial, to pay a 304 by the name of Stormy Daniels that, he messed with. And how I felt about it personally, if his wife didn't really say nothing about it and she with him, that's on them. Ain't got nothing to do with me. If he tried to pay her to be quiet, it's not my body, not my life, not my marriage, not any of that. I personally don't care about it, right? But if you're going to get him for this, you should have got him a long time ago. Anyway, so the Democrats start playing dirty. They put the cases on him, Then on top of that, they was trying to get it removed from the ballot in every state. They tried that mess. Supreme Court said they couldn't do it, so they said, okay, fine. We can't do it that way. So we got to stick to the courts to try to get it, right? Because in the Democrats' mind, if we can get him convicted of some charges, people are going to see he's a convict, and they're not going to vote for them, and they're going to be forced to vote for Biden, right? Even though they're not even paying attention to history within their own party, when Bill Clinton, because I'm young enough to remember this, when Bill Clinton was in office and the Republicans to try to throw all this stuff on Monica Lewinsky on him, and yes, he did that, but they thought that was going to tank his reelection campaign. Actually, more people voted for Bill Clinton because they saw what the Republicans were trying to do Bill Clinton at that time period in his reelection with that situation with Monica Lewinsky. And this is back in the time period where people had a little bit more morals, I would say. In that time today, it's like people don't have no morals now. It is what decorum, whatever, right? Society threw all morals away for the most part. I mean, you find somebody with some morals today, God bless you. You can't even look at people in the church no more to have morals. And the move, that's a whole stream in itself, because how is it you're a Christian or even a Muslim and you support Democrat policies that violate Islam and Christianity? But that's a whole stream in itself. So today they came down the verdict, and Trump was found guilty on 34 counts, ladies and gentlemen. All 34 counts. He didn't get not one acquittal, not a one. In the trial, Michael Cohen was a star witness. In the trial, everybody know he lied in his previous trials. He even admitted to stealing money from Trump, which came out in the trial, which I guess Trump didn't know because he was surprised to hear that one. He stole money from him. So you got a guy who's lying and a guy who's a thief. Most people be like, okay, I'm confident about my case. They got a liar and a thief on the stand. That guy alone should help me get off, because most juries will see, hey, wait a minute, if he's lying about this, what else he's lying about, right? Well, I just kind of knew he wasn't gonna get a fair trial. I knew that. That's New York. That's like a California, New York with that situation. The Democrats today are not the Democrats of old. That's not your grandma's Democrats. These are these new Democrats who believe in censorship, the weaponization of the justice system. But some good actually came out of that. I'm gonna talk to the folks about the good that came out of that, because actually good they got to see this happen to Trump, because I'm a home in on something that we've been talking about forever. But I'm gonna go ahead on and play the video if you have not seen it of Trump when he got out, other courtroom. I want you to hear exactly what he said, and I'm gonna bring back my point. So let me cue Trump up here. Where's his video? Right here. All right, so that's what Trump said after the fact. Now, Trump was given a lot of special treatment. Like, he had a gag order. He violated like about 10 different times. Now, you know good and well, if me and you had a gag order and we violated one time, they'll throw our behinds in jail. They would. And I saw y'all mentioning Boule Martin. I'll talk about that in a minute, because it's not just him. But let me tell you the good thing about this case. So I was on X. I wanted to see what the reactions were going to be from people. And the reactions was, oh, this case should have never been brought up. This case is just overcharging. And what kind of criminal justice system is this? And I started looking back and I say, oh, okay. Now, I'm talking about to the folks. Now you see how black people feel. We get overcharged. Judges sit up there and don't let us defend ourselves in the way we should, right? Just like Trump was complaining about. We get overcharged. We in kangaroo courts too. A lot of black Americans are in kangaroo courts. And this has been happening for a long time. And now you finally see what we've been talking about. You know what I've been noticing in 2024? The folks are starting to really see what we've been talking about for a long time, about the justice system, about the corporations, about the jobs, about degrees, about the economy. Oh, they really starting to see now. It's amazing in 1 year how they really starting to see how they whole system works. See, that system was cool when it was us, but when it's your man and it happens to him, and on a global level at this point, we told you how politicians were dirty. We told you how politicians were just locking people up and playing partisan politics. Oh, I'm gonna lock up all those black, this one, they don't say black, they'll say gang members, they'll say this and that, but they just mean black, right? Running on campaigns to target black people, to put us in prison. Police planting evidence on black people. Now, they didn't do that to him, but you know what I'm saying? We've been complaining about this system forever. Now, do I believe he's gonna go to jail? No. I'd be shocked if they pull that stunt. That would be a shocker to me, right? But I just want the folks just to see how the system that you uphold for so long, now y'all on X talking about RIP America, talking about 1776 to 2024 because of what happened to Trump. You say America is gone. It's not the same no more. It's the same America. That's how black people been going through it. At least they not sitting up here jailing him right when he get out. They didn't ruin him financially. They didn't really ruin his reputation or anything. You didn't get your way one time. And I'm not saying I support what happened to him. You didn't get your way one time, once. And look how you acted. You say the country now is third world and all of that. I can agree in some instances how Biden and them are moving, but it goes back to you. You set up the environment for this to happen. So blame yourself. See, as long as it was happening to black people, you were cool. You didn't care about mass incarceration. You didn't care about lawfare. You didn't care about none of that mess when it was happening to us. Now it's happening to your man. And now, oh my God, we got to do something about this. That's my issue. Even though I see the play, I see what they're doing, but it goes back to you. Maybe if when Black America told you about lawfare against us and you stood with Black America and done something about it, they wouldn't do this to Trump right now. Maybe if you wouldn't allow the courts to be kangaroo courts and you were getting on juries assisting the kangaroo courts against Black Americans, maybe that wouldn't happen to Trump right now. You understand? Black America been telling y'all for a long time about how wicked this system moves. And it took Biden and the Democrats to actually show y'all. I told y'all a long time ago, folks, they perfect systems of oppression on us, and then they roll it out to you. You're not going to be immune from oppression. You're not going to be immune from job loss. You're not going to be immune from inflation. You're not going to, your skin color, I'm warning you, your skin color is not going to save you what's coming down the pipe. Only the strong will survive, and your skin color won't do it. Your privilege won't save you. I'm not talking about if the election over, none of that. I'm just focusing on that one point. That one point. We told y'all about immigration for a long time too. Y'all didn't want to listen to that because they were dumping them in our communities. But now they start putting them in y'all's, you got a problem with it. Y'all have an attitude that you don't care about nobody else but yourself. The whole world can go to hell in a handbasket. You can care less. Look at your man Biden right now. I'm watching all that stuff going on in Palestine. Like Biden is up here assisting in literally a genocide of people. Now, in my mind, when it comes to Biden, if he has no problem with that happening to them people, shoot, what he gonna do to black folk? But we all know Biden been a long time racist anyway. That's why I understand my people, right? Now, Patty Brown says, what's sad is the only choices we have is an old senile bigot and a criminal bigot. All of them are criminals. All of them. Their whole system is criminal, if you want to go there. I mean, it's just that simple. And like when they found him guilty of business records, a payment he made through a lawyer to a female Man, I'm not too entertained by so-called financial crime. All the time I have an issue with it, unless you pull an Enron, like you screw off people's retirement. But I'm like, okay, you find them guilty, make them pay it back. If they don't pay it back, put them in jail. I don't know. I'm just different with financial crimes. But, the question is, do you feel the election is over after Trump's conviction? Do you think it's over? Do you think Biden, he has it in the tank? Do you believe that? Do you believe Biden is going to win the election now? Do you believe that? Even if they give Trump probation and they don't put Trump in jail and he still can go, do you believe Biden will win the election now? It has changed your mind. Has it changed your mind about to vote for Biden now since you've seen this? Or are you the type to say, you know what, I'm still choosing the couch? Or you say, you know what, okay, this is a bit much. Nah, I'm really gonna vote for Trump. Well, what's some of you at on this? I'm curious. Now, let me get, Larry Taylor say Biden 2024. I want a Biden supporter to call in actually when I put the thing up. I actually want to talk to a Biden supporter and I actually want to talk to a Trump supporter. I like to be even kill. So if somebody's a Biden supporter and really support Biden, I would like to talk to you. Boulay Martin, y'all saying he over there cutting the jig and celebrating. I've seen all the Democrats still celebrating that. I'm like, bruh, can you wait till the process completely play out? Let's see if he's still gonna be on the ballot in November. That's the key. Don't celebrate too early, because it's not like he got convicted of a murder or violating a woman or whatever the case may be, right? Okay, all right. So yeah, they got people that support Biden. So let me do this. Let me get this on the screen. Give me a second. I'm going to put in the chat, and I'm going to pin it to the top, a link on StreamYard. If you would like to come up and have a conversation about this situation, you're welcome to come up. I'll keep my eyes on it and make sure. I'll see you at the bottom down there when you pop in. Make sure I can see who you are. Don't be afraid. If you support Biden and you're happy about this, you're welcome to have a conversation. If you support Trump, you're welcome to have a conversation. If you support the couch, we're welcome to have that conversation. If nobody want to say anything, and that's fine. You know me, I can rock out for my 45 minutes to an hour, and we are good. We are good. Why would I cry in the car? I don't care if Trump's elected or not. I got to live my life. I got to run my company. I got to do all kinds of things I got to do. Only thing that politicians can do for me is make it easier for me to do what I'm doing. That's really the difference of politicians. Biden would make it extremely difficult. Trump would make it easier. I like the easier person a little bit more than a person that's going to be difficult for me. And if you want to pay higher prices, well, like I say, just go vote for Biden. Go vote for Biden, and that's that. This person, M. Redding, that's down there, I can't see who you are. I need to see who you are. I don't just go with no pictures. This Jupiter 1000 person, if I can't see who you are, I need to see. If that's a real person, I need to see. Now, if you don't want to show your face on the screen, that's fine, but I need to see who you are in the back chat. So until you show me that, then I can't bring you up if you're paying attention. So I just need to see who you are. Anyway, don't be afraid, because some people, anyway, you say how do Trump make things easier? All right, well, he got off. Julian got off. Okay. Well, let me ask you a question. Let's just ask a rhetorical question. Under the Biden administration, 7 million migrants have been let into this country. Do you want a repeat of that again? Do you want 7 million more migrants to come in this country? Do you want more migrants to get resources that's supposed to be coming to the Black community? if you want more of that, then vote for Biden. If you don't want that, then you know who to vote for because he gonna get them on out of here, Trump. That's just really what it is. Like, if you take the time and just ask logical questions, most of these people that ask that can't answer it. Okay, all right, so Jupiter Ice is on the screen. Let me switch to my other page here. And give me a second. All right, so Mr. Jupiter Ice.
Good
Can you
evening.
hear me?
Good evening. Good evening. Can you hear me? I just showed my face.
Yes, sir. Give me a second, Mr.
live,
Jupiter
but I'm just
Ice.
going to be real quick.
I got to get you on the screen. All right, Mr. Jupiter Ice, you say you can hear me pretty good?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good. So I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. So I'll put it to you like this. I listened to your show. You're pretty much awesome. I sent you some emails with roly-poly, but that's another podcast. So here's the thing. Trump is going to be president. This right here sealed his fate right here. And if you know anything about martyrism through the history, this sealed his fate, right? And just that's pretty much it. It sealed his fate because you're going to have everybody ginning up, whether it's, you got people who want to vote for Trump and even maybe some people on the couch. They're going to probably come to the mix because the hypocrisy in the criminal justice system. If you had Merlin Mosby get off of a crime, but you wanted Trump.
Hold on, brother. Hold on. And that case was wrong.
Hey,
she shouldn't have been brought up on no charges.
You know what? You're right. And it's like, I just would have put it like this. This will seal his fate to be a martyr. And like I said, what you just did is embolden his poll numbers. And like I said, and I tell people, the illegals and the economy are the biggest issue, especially to the Black community. And to all the people, and I even keep up with P. Ray because she's a friend of mine on Facebook. And I'm glad you had her and the other associates. The illegals are going to be the biggest death knell to the Black community. And if we don't get that, handled and send them back over on the other side of the fence, it's going to be the demise of us. And in the economy.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question because I got a lot of people waiting. So
okay, no problem.
So what candidate do you feel would you trust to do that part about immigration?
I'm going to be honest. I'm a conservative, so I'm going to say Trump. So that's just me,
Okay, you're a Black man that supports Trump.
You're correct, and there's no shame of it.
So you one of them Black men that the Democrats say that is subject to misinformation campaign and disinformation campaign.
Yeah, that little gaslighting when they do it. I ain't trying to hear that. But
because they feel you just don't have a mind of your own.
Yeah, I mean that's stupid, and I know there's other people in the shot group, but Black people, and you even said it, Black people have been genetically brainwashed to vote Democrat because it aligns with their racial identity, and that's bad right there. And that's the reason why it's going to take generations for it to break that cycle, because you got Boule Martin and other shills just to try to push that, and now they see it. But that's it.
All right, brother. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for coming up, brother.
Much obliged, sir.
All right, brother. All right, let's get I want to go in order. Mr. Andrew.
Hey, how you doing? It's a pleasure and honor to speak with you guys.
All right. So what do you think about, do you feel the election is over after Trump's conviction?
I think it's kind of a dice roll. I'm a political moderate. My parents are West Indian, so like most Black people from the African diaspora, we are relatively conservative, which is something that people don't understand. A lot of Southern families
brother. Let me ask you a question, brother.
Yes, sir.
Explain that. Explain how a lot of African and Caribbean immigrants, why are you more conservative?
Because we hold true to certain family values. We have certain customs and traditions that we don't like to have dictated to us. Mm-hmm. That's a fact. And I guess you're from the South as well, correct, sir?
Yes, sir.
There's certain things that, you see, I will have more things in common with you than some of my contemporaries in the North, because the way we have our family structure, certain things that we don't want public. If you have certain things, you don't have to be so public about it. You don't like being indoctrinated. You like being promoted and trying to do things for yourself. So I admire that about yourself, because you don't keep yourself in a hole. What I appreciate these days is that we're no longer considered a homogenous group of people. We are on a scale. We're not in a set point. I would tilt more to Biden for certain social issues. Economically, certain free-for-alls do work, but in the long run, they don't benefit the majority of us. It's like W.E.B. Du Bois's Talented 10th versus Marcus Garvey and Pan-Africanism and Black empowerment. You know, that's the thing that we end up putting ourselves in when we have these discussions in a certain way. I really feel that the case that happened with Trump, as a New Yorker, which I am as well, Brooklyn born and bred, Trump's done a lot of dirt. Back in the 80s, I bought the games, read the book, sipped some of the Kool-Aid, saw him with people smiling. But the truth is, he's out to promote himself. His ego is what the turnoff is for me. He's not consistent. He flip-flops too. A lot of them, as politicians, try to cater towards things that gets them what they want.
Let me ask you a question about that.
Yes, sir.
What you just said. Are you a business owner or you have a job?
Well, I'm Jamaican, so I have a lot of jobs, whether I work with someone or not. I'm a real estate agent.
Okay, all right. You Jamaican. Shout out to Jamaica. All right. So any job that you have a supervisor, right? Do your supervisors have any kind of ego?
Oh, let me tell you something. I've been through that.
Hold on, brother, because
yes,
I got to ask the line of questions. I got to get to other people.
Yes,
Do they
sir.
have an ego?
Yes.
Okay. Have you quit any of those 9 jobs that supervisors had egos?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say no. With the job,
quit, yes or no?
Have I quit?
Yeah.
I have at one point in my life. I've done so when I wasn't comfortable, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And I've been let go too.
One time, but
yes, sir.
Any other times, have you quit a job because the supervisor had an ego?
No, it's about the money.
Right there.
I agree.
You're not standing on business. You don't care about that personality. You care about getting your paper and paying your bills with your 9 jobs, right?
Listen, that's the primary thing. But
okay. Well, hold on there. I don't care about Biden's personality. I don't care about Trump's personality.
No, I agree with that.
Is what you gonna do for me. You're gonna make my life easier politically, in the area of business, in the area of law, in the area of taxes, in the area of anything like that. You're gonna make my life easier. I don't have to live with you. Just like you don't gotta live with your supervisor. You ain't gotta live with that fool. You just there to go get your paper and go home go to your other 8 jobs.
Right. Yes, sir. May I interject though? But there's a time when that supervisor might do something that goes against you or affects you directly that does not allow you to prosper the way you should. And in those cases, things come up. Now, I know life is not a level playing board. Pardon me, sir?
Do you stand up for yourself in those cases?
I have, and I've lost a couple of times too. But I've been blessed to have been placed in a condition through my family, which you emphasize teaching people about, so that even if I fall on my ass, I land on a couple of pillows. You understand what I mean, sir? Pardon my language.
Okay, yeah,
but it was just
you
like,
gotta keep the language clean.
Yeah, but my thing is, I'm not the regular person. I'm blessed. I have great influences. I've participated in things. You know, I've helped create the work. Yes, sir.
I have to cut you off.
I'm sorry about that.
Brother. I got a lot of people in the queue. So
no, listen, it's a pleasure to speak with you, man.
All right, Miss Kit. I think I see you down there. All right, Miss Kit. What's on your mind? Like, ooh, boy, you in the interrogation room?
No, I'm sitting in the car, but it's getting ready to get dark. I'm on the East Coast. How y'all doing today? Let me see if I can turn this overhead light. That'll give you a little bit better.
All right. So let me ask you a question. You feel elections over after Trump's conviction?
Oh no, it's still the United States. We're still a republic. I mean, so the election isn't over. But I want to explain why I'm Team Jesus. Because
we're not here to explain Team Jesus tonight.
No. Let me let you why I say I'm on the couch for this. So
sister, I'm just letting you know we gotta stay on topic. So
I'm on
you
topic.
Can tell me why you're on the couch, but we'll talk about the Lord another time.
Yeah, let's just hear me out. Just hear me out. What I'm saying is, Trump been nickel slick. He's street smart, and I think that's why a lot of black men appreciate his hustle, because coming from the streets, and then we got Trump Tower, all this other stuff, he able to finesse money. Now, just follow along with what I'm saying. In the history of this country, black people have voted as a bloc. Trump somebody is reading, and he is not afraid to play on this. He is the first to divide the black vote of 10 million votes. We carry elections where we as people, as black people, have failed, which is what Martin Luther King did say. Not somebody else was saying something about him. Martin Luther King has always said that black people should be neither Democrat nor Republican. We should go with the person who is going to give us our interests. But black people don't read. We don't go back and study history. So we don't know these things. We just base it off what somebody else said. The videos of him saying that are all over YouTube. It's easy to find this information now. 10 million votes. It's rare that an election is won by more than 10 million votes. That's how many votes we have. We are stronger together, but we are letting this election divide us. I'm glad that Trump lost, but the reason why I'm glad that he got convicted is because it maybe black people will stop, pull back, and come back together as one voting unit once again, since the history of us being able to vote in this country as a bloc. Yes, there are a few that's going to always vote, but as a voting bloc, we carry 10 million votes for whoever we are voting for. Do you hear what I'm saying here?
Okay, so if you can magically wave your wand and everybody would do what you say and vote the way you say, who would they vote for?
They would vote for
hypothetical.
A hypothetical. We would come together as a consensus, finding out what do we want. Do we know what we want from these politicians?
Okay, sister, let me ask the question again. Maybe you didn't hear me.
Okay? I heard you.
If you could hypothetically just say, hey, every black person would listen to you today, right, and vote what you say, what person you would have them vote for?
I'm going to have them vote for the person who are going to give us what we are asking for.
Okay.
So
let me say a little. If you can magically wave your wand and you say Biden, Trump, Robert Kennedy, Couch, whatever. I don't care if it's a dog catcher. Who you talking about?
Now remember I said Team Jesus. That's why I always say that. But I would vote for Cornel West.
Okay, you would have all black Americans vote for Cornel West. No. Okay.
Well, he wouldn't. Right. He wouldn't win. He wouldn't. I know he wouldn't win. But we still got to vote our interests.
I agree with that. Well, sister, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Got to move on. Have a blessed day. All right, let me get to Superstar Black.
That's right.
All right, Superstar Black. How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. So let me ask the same question. You feel the election is over after Trump's conviction? You think Biden got it now?
No, the election is definitely not over, and this is unpopular opinion. I don't care. That's why I clicked on the link. Mm-hmm. If this man's name shows up on this ballot, I'm absolutely gonna vote for him because that's what America deserves.
Oh no! You are a black woman. You don't supposed to be talking like that. As a black woman, what happened? You are the backbone of the Democrat Party.
Right,
what happened?
Right. Okay, and you're hitting that right on the head, actually, because just so you know, in 2016, I went to bed in shock. I voted for Hillary Clinton. I have voted every time. That was a very serious thing in my family. My grandmother took me to register to vote when I turned 18. I'm from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We from Greenwood, Wall Street. Like, I got political history. So when I went to bed 2016 and saw that this man had won the election, I thought the world was over. I thought life was over. And really it was, as we knew it. But you know, I even just so you know how upset I was with America, I left the country. I lived in Ghana for a little bit over 3 years. Oh, wow. And so I'm back in the US now.
Okay.
And I'm excited for November. I'm gonna be right down there voting for Trump. And so, like I said, if his name makes it to the ballot, I will definitely vote for him. And that's just sort of to let everybody know the state of America. I don't believe in America anymore in the way that I did growing up. But your question directly is the election over? No, I think it's very much even more at stake now. I think that this conviction has stirred up a lot of people, not just black men, but yes, the black Democratic base. I'm sorry, the Democratic base, which is Black females. I can tell you, me in particular, while I was overseas, we were the laughing stock in Africa, with this debate about, what is a woman
Oh
and
yeah,
all of these
yeah,
things, you know what I'm
yeah. I
saying? And
know
so,
what you're talking about. Because people all over the world be looking at us like, what in the
yes,
hell wrong with
y'all
y'all in
have,
America?
like, let me tell y'all something. Uh, I consider myself I'm liberally conservative. So, you know what I'm
Can
saying?
you
There's some
explain
things
that? What is liberally conservative? What is that?
liberally conservative. So, I'm liberal when it comes to certain things. Like, I smoke a little herb, so I don't believe that marijuana should be illegal. A lot of
I'm with you
convictions
on
and things
that.
like that.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
smoke, but I'm with you on that.
But you understand, like, yes. So, I mean, I think that convictions and things like that for marijuana are ridiculous. So, I'm liberal in certain areas, but I'm very conservative in other areas. You know, I believe in man, woman, a child. A woman is a woman. A man is a man. You should not be indoctrinating my children to be thinking they can change their gender. So it's like, for me, a lifelong Democrat, I feel like these people have attacked my very moral foundation, my very, and I'm not saying that we.
Let me tell you something, sister, real quick. Since you mentioned that, there was a state representative right here in Texas named Sean Theory. She was a Democrat. They was bringing up a bill in Texas about minors that want to do any kind of transition and everything.
Mhm,
And so they basically wanted the law. The Republicans wanted the law where that you couldn't do that unless you're 18 years old, right?
mhm, mhm,
Um, Democrat Representative Sean Theory agreed with the Republicans and say no minor children need to be doing this. So the
mhm.
DNC got a new woman by the name of Lauren Ashley Simmons, I think, and
Okay.
put her up to run against Sean Theory. Sister girl Jasmine Crockett come out there campaigning for her, and old girl won over Sean Theory. But because and the Democrats were upset because of that reason right there. And these are
Mhm,
two black
mhm.
women that was running against each other, and of course, Jasmine Crockett, the black woman. So this is what the black community is out here promoting with the Democrats. You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
right. That's
So
right. And
we
we
are
we we we
way
walk in
off
a
base
fine
as a
line.
community.
That's right. It's very real. So I mean, I could go on. I know you have other people that want to make comments, but for me, overall, this is sort of my take back. This is my lick back to the Democratic Party for thinking for not coming. Like, we have carried the Democratic Party my entire life. I'm 51 years old, and I'm just like, y'all gonna turn on me?
Uh
You
huh.
know what I'm saying? So that's sort of where I'm at with this, and
Okay,
and
sister.
and and that's it. So
All right, sister. Well, hey, take care of yourself. And oh boy, they gonna be talking. Ooh, Boule Martin gonna be mad at you.
hey, deal with it. See y'all in November.
I know that's right, deal. All right, sister. Say bless.
All right, peace.
All right, let's get brother Reezy up here. Reezy, what's up? What's up, brother?
Not much. Can you hear me?
I hear you. So let me ask you the same question. Do you feel the election is over after Trump's conviction, and why?
I am not sure what to think, to be honest. Anything can happen because we might have another January 6th when election day comes.
Uh-oh.
Maybe Trump might file, Trump's obviously going to probably file appeals, and this thing's probably going to drag on. I don't think he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail. He has
I don't
genetic
think so either.
immunity. I
I don't
just
think
don't
so
see it
either. But
happening.
so you feel that Biden don't have Trump gonna be on the ballot? You think Trump gonna win or Biden gonna win?
I say Trump.
All right, Trump. Okay. All right, my brother. All right. Well, it was good having you up. I'm going to move on to the next person. All right, let me get Justo. Justo, what's up, brother? Can't hear you, man.
Yeah, what's up, Phil, man?
What's up?
Look, I'm
Same
30.
question. Do you feel the election is over after Trump's conviction?
Yeah, I figured it was over a while ago. Once they started the whole criminal court process and all of that stuff, I figured they was gonna do that. I figured it was gonna either be an escalation to war in the summertime, and then we'll see it. I'm pretty sure we'll see that soon, and then we won't even have elections. Period. And then old boy is still being in office. But as far as on Trump, I'm for Trump. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my boy. I mess with Trump. But at the same time, ain't nobody talking about black issues. Nobody. Nobody is talking about black issues. Nobody talking about reparations. Nobody talking about
Wait a minute.
anti-black.
Hold on, man. No. You're wrong. Biden is talking about black issues.
Like what?
Okay, he's talking about student loan debt. He's talking about abortion. I know you concerned about some abortion. He's talking
No.
about LGBT. That's a black issue.
Those are social issues. Those are
Voting rights. That's a black issue.
them
Don't lie on
social
Biden.
issues.
He's talking about black issues, sir.
I don't think Biden got nothing nothing really positive to say or do anything, as far as going on with his presidency. But hey, kudos to anybody voting for him, whatever. But I will be riding with Trump. If not, if I choose different, I'm more likely to be sitting down because I sat down in 2016 at the Barack Obama, all of that stuff that happened with Barack Obama, that just hurt me to my soul. And I just couldn't vote no more. I just stopped voting because I feel like I voted for him twice blindly, not even knowing who he was. That was the first time I voted. I'm only 36.
Right.
So, and it just jaded me to the point where somebody told me to choose between Hillary Clinton and Trump. At first, I was like, man, come on now. But then I heard Trump talk and I heard him talk like over the years and what he do. I got him, but at the same time, I don't think he fully behind us at all. I feel like it's gonna be the couch for me.
All right. Shout out to the couch. The couch comfortable, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. We'll take care of yourself, brother. I appreciate you.
You
All right, let's see here. Let me see who I got down here. I'm just going through here. Mr. Sean Ford.
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you. Do you feel the election is over after Trump's conviction? Yes or no?
No, I don't.
You don't feel it's over. Why?
Because there's nothing in the Constitution that says you can't run if you're a felon. That's
Okay.
why. And
Okay.
a lot of people still supporting him. It seemed like the more they try to convict him, the more his people support him.
Now, hey, y'all say, do y'all hear me pretty good? I'm just asking real quick. You hear me pretty good, right, brother?
I hear you, loud and clear.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Perfect. I'm doing something a little different tonight. So I'm going through two different programs, and so I'm just trying to make sure, and everything. Okay, cool. All right, brother. Well, because I'm almost getting close to my time, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Let me get somebody else up here real quick before we wrap it up.
Yeah, and one more thing, I'm gonna say this. Not too many people on here could debate me because I lived in Trump neighborhood in New York, where I'm at right now. So I've been knowing about him all my life. Good and bad things about him, but that's a different issue. But I feel
all right,
that
brother.
I'm gonna get off.
I appreciate you. Let me move on to people that I see on here. Brother Julian, how you doing, man? Same question. Do you feel the election is over after Trump's conviction? Yes or no?
You know what? I don't think it's over. Can you hear me clear?
I hear you just fine, my brother.
No, man, I don't think it's over. I think Trump has a lot of supporters, man. And I think what this is going to do is pretty much going to backfire, just like everything America does. I mean, they pretty much set traps for themselves, man. Somehow, some way, it's going to work out for Trump. I think that he's not going to do any jail time. I think that he's got a little bit too much money for that. What's going to end up happening is his support is going to rally around him. I think somebody mentioned something about a martyr. Look, this is going to really rally a lot of people, man. It's not going to do anything. And I think that Biden, he just cooked himself. He's cooked. There's no way that you should Well, I'll put it like this: if you vote for Biden, you can't be a Black American. No, no way, no way. At this point, it's why are we punishing ourselves? You know what I mean? Why vote for the
Boy, so
same
basically,
politics?
so basically, if you saying that black people vote for Biden, then basically it's this.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? He's a
If
crazy.
you vote for Biden at this point, you can't be in the best interest of Black people. There's something wrong with you psychologically. Psychologically, something wrong with you.
You know, let's not go there because we'll be there all night. But all right, brother, I definitely appreciate you
Yes,
coming
sir.
up, and yeah, you stay blessed, brother.
You too.
All right. All right, I'm just trying to get through who I can get through right now. We almost running out the clock. All right, brother K, Mac.
Good evening, brother Phil. I just
Man,
want.
well, hold on, brother. You sitting on the couch?
I'm sitting on my recliner.
Your recliner? That's a recliner you gonna sit on election day, or you gonna come out?
Most likely, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna sit on the couch. But
that's that recliner you gonna be sitting on, right, brother?
that's right. That could change. But I think Trump, he's gonna rise in the polls after this here. But right, Phil, I think Black America, we in the best position we could ever be. We got the driver's seat right now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And we'd have no one to speak up for. Every time I look at one of these shows, they have the boule speaking up for us. They're not in the same boat with us. I look at them women on The View and MSNBC and World News. They always go out and get the boulets to speak up, and they say this, that.
Hold on, brother. Wait. I gotta ask you a question. So you mean to tell me that great black woman with the blonde, short hair on MSNBC named Joy Reid, she does not speak for you?
No.
Oh, come on now. That's a great black woman.
She don't speak for me. And furthermore, if I may say this, Phil, everything look like you ain't none of you because they got options. They can go back to their country, or when the stuff hit the fan, they can turn around and say, "No, I'm not none of them. I'm from such and such." But we left holding the bag.
Right. You're 100% right. But what do we do with Jasmine Crockett when she's out there talking the same thing? Because she's from the soil. So what do we do with her then?
Put her over there with them. First of all, let me tell you, Phil, I live in Illinois. I'm right outside of Chicago.
Oh, okay. You're outside Chicago. Okay.
Yes. No, she go in the same basket with them.
Man, Chicago, I got to get back up there to Chicago, man. I know y'all having the DNC convention in Chicago. When is it happening? July?
Yeah, I think it's July or August.
Okay. Yeah, you have DNC up there. I heard there's some people that's pretty and want to do some protesting and talking and all of that. So I got to look at the calendar.
You know that's coming. That's going to be a given. But no, I think Trump will win. He'll be all right.
All right, brother. Well, brother, I appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate everybody coming up that did come up tonight. Let me get out of the studio real quick and go back to my main screen. All right. So I appreciate everybody that came up tonight. It was good to talk to the people, and you kind of see what people are at. I know I have people at the bottom, but we have a cutoff time. I got other things I need to do. So if y'all like that sort of thing of letting people come up and share their piece, that's we definitely welcome that to happen a little bit more. Y'all let me know if y'all would like that to happen and have a new addition to the show. We would do that. Yeah, but also this the thing, Curly Girl, thank you very much, Curly Girl. I want y'all to notice how, and I don't know none of these people that came up. I'm seeing more black women and black men talking about they're not fooling with the Democrats. Either they're going to be on the couch like our brother on the recliner, or they're going to talk about Trump. I told y'all, even though I believe the couch is going to win more in the election personally, but if Trump's on that ballot, I think Trump gonna get a lot of votes from the black community, especially for those under 50. And see, y'all can't shame black people no more. because the shaming don't work. Y'all didn't wore out shaming. I told y'all shaming stopped working when they normalized I'm gonna say it like this. Men will always do this. But when they took away shame from a woman laying down with a dude on the first date, when they took that shame away, shame was gone. I always said that. I don't know. Let me get this person out of here real quick, because ain't nobody even use that terminology over here. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely thank you for joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate you. Make sure you click the subscribe button. Tell your friends and family about the stream, the channel. Make sure you download the African Diaspora News Channel app in the Google Play and Apple App Store. And also make sure that if you're interested in going to Ethiopia with us, it definitely will be a good trip. Great. I love Ethiopian food. I say if you're going to go to Ethiopia, May, thank you very much for the love offering. Let me give you a hand clap for that, May. And everybody that gave a love offering, I appreciate that. If you're going to go to Ethiopia, I say start eating Ethiopian food. That could be in your community, learn about the culture. I did all that the first time I went in 2018, and I just had a great time and a great trip. All right, so let me go ahead and roll, because I got to work on some other Phillip Scott podcast channel that I have. You can go there. We'll be posting something tonight, 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you for listening.